Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I was just at a workshop. It was like AI fitness workshop that I went to, and it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. And I wanted to do the video earlier, but you know, the weather is cold, and I'm freezing. You know what I'm saying?
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
There are not a lot of people around, and yeah, I'm the only one left on campus, so I can do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so now it's sunny. Hey, how are you? Where are you going?
Going to the international office?
International office.
Yeah.
What is that?
To the Mr.
Reading Academy.
No. This, I have to go and meet someone there.
Someone.
The office.
Someone.
It's office work.
Someone. Okay. Bye bye. Yeah. So that was a friend. All right, guys. So today I want to tell you some few things I wish I knew before coming to China. Before coming to China, I wish I knew how to speak the language. I mean, the importance of the language, the Chinese language. Because, guys, I realized that this part of China that I'm in, so I realized that this part of China that I'm in, not a lot of people understand English, because sometimes I just, walk up to shops and all that, and I find mostly the older people in the shops. The only thing they can say is hello, That's the only word some of them know, and some of them know the basics. I mean, not so basic, but like very basic. You know what I'm saying? Very basic. They know how to say hello, they know how to say no, and simple stuff like that. So it's crazy. So before coming to China, I wish I knew the importance of the language. Not only do I have to know the importance, but I wish I knew how to speak at least the basic ones. I wish I knew that earlier. For example, when you go to a shop, you want to ask how much is this? Do shao xian. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ask, can you direct me here? That's where I got stuck. Yeah. So there are some things that you should know about the language. I mean, if you're planning to come to China, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Know how to greet. At least, ni hao ma, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some basic stuff you should know. Maybe left to right, call mien. You understand? In front, chien mien, before, all that kind of stuff. You should know some of the basics. You know what I'm saying? These are not the basics. These are not the to-go basics, but there are some basics that you should know. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video about some of the basic Chinese languages that you should know. Some of the Chinese phrases that you should know before coming to China. You know what I'm saying? Hello, ni hao. All right, guys. The next thing I wish I knew, before coming to China, is that there is a cultural difference. I thought when I come here, some things are gonna be the same over here. You get what I mean? Like, for instance, in my country, you use a spoon to eat. You understand? You use a spoon to eat. I knew we use chopsticks in China, but I didn't know it's everywhere. You get what I mean? Yes. You go to the restaurant, you go here, you want to buy something, they're gonna give you chopsticks. So luckily for me, I didn't learn how to use chopsticks, but I was very, very quick. I'm a quick learner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was able to let me use this way. I was able to quickly grab a chopstick when I was hungry. Funny enough, if you're hungry, you learn a lot of stuff quickly. Yeah, so I was able to learn how to use the chopstick on my feet when I was hungry. Yeah, so that's one thing that that's another cultural difference. Okay, so we don't use spoons here normally. You know, you go everywhere, canteens, you go where everybody's just on the chopstick, and I'm like, sometimes the chopstick wastes my time. You know, the chopstick sometimes waste my time. Let me use my spoon. You get what I mean? So sometimes when they're using the chopstick, I just want to grab a spoon. Sometimes I carry my spoon along, but it's not true. There are spoons everywhere. Don't mind me. Yeah, so another cultural difference is that sometimes they say some things and then you feel like it's an insult, but it's not an insult. Okay, you have to understand them, the meaning. Their language is, their culture is basically centered around meaning of something. You get what I mean? Hello. So for instance, I was at the airport and then one of my friends told me, my Chinese friend was like, bro, don't worry if someone says nigger. Okay, don't worry when someone says nigger. And I'm like, okay, why? Because in China, nigger means, you know, that one. Nigger means that one. So don't worry about it. I'm like, I don't have a problem with it, but sometimes, you know, it's funny, nigger, you know. So that's one of the things that, yeah, you should know, a cultural something. Okay, all right. Another thing I wish I knew before coming to China was their technology, okay, and their payment system. Okay, well, I had a hint, but I didn't know it was that serious. You get what I mean? For instance, China is one of the advanced countries. It's not really developed like most people say, but it's one of the great countries, especially technologically developed. Okay, so when it comes to payment of everything, okay, they rely on scanning. Okay, everything you gotta scan, everything you gotta scan, everything is scan. Even if you want to smile, you need to scan. You get what I mean? Yes. So when I came, they were like, oh, you need to scan. I'm like, scan what? I have cash. And most people don't take cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some shops that will tell you, boo, I don't take cash, please. I can't take cash, I'm sorry. Yes. And you need to convert that into your app, okay? And then you pay with your cash. You pay by scanning, okay? So that's one thing I wish I knew, okay, earlier. If you are planning to come, convert all your money and put it into the apps like WeChat. So mostly they use WeChat and Alipay, okay? So you need to scan your payment. If you want to pay, you need to scan and all stuff like that. If you want to take the bus, for instance, you need to also scan, okay? And then if you want to, basically everything is about scanning. You get what I mean? Everything is about scanning. Everything. You just got to scan, just then you take your money. You get it? And the funny thing is that when you take a bus and you show the scan, they scan it, you don't put your PIN and they just take out the money. Like, what the hell? Like, how is that possible? You know what I mean? They can just show you to the camera the scan, the QR or something, QR scanner. It just scans and takes out the money. You get what I mean? So this is advanced. This is like very good. Like, it's cool, but I don't know. Some people might find it weird. Some people might find it cool. Some people might find it weird. For me, I stand on both sides. Yes, I like everything that is weird and everything that is fun. You get what I mean? Yes. So that's technology for you. Okay. So in China, I wish I knew all this. You know, everything is just about scanning and everything is about scanning. Even now, even if I want to sit down, I have to scan. Very soon you'll be scanning to sit down. Then you sit down. You get what I mean? Yeah. Even if you want to eat, because you are going to eat, you need to scan. Now we are eating, you are scanning. You get what I mean? Because you're going to buy food. You're going to buy food, you need to scan. You scan the code, then you select your food. This is great. I mean, that's what they do in the restaurants and some other places in China. You need to scan before you order. You scan, you place your order, and the order comes in like roughly 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, whilst you wait. All right. Yeah. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I wish I knew this earlier. Okay. So another thing I wish I knew about China was the food. Guys, the food. The food is the most important thing in our life. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I knew this earlier before coming. I would have packed all my food in my home country and brought them here. I would have carried the shops in my home country and brought them here. You get what I mean? Because China has so many foods that, you know, like that. When I came here for the first time, I tasted some foods and I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God, what is this? Like some of them were so, my taste buds were so high. I can tell, oh no, this food is not going to be nice. I can smell some food and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna puke. But as time goes on, I realize that I'm liking some of the foods. Yeah, as time goes on, I realize I'm liking some of the foods, and it's amazing, you know. So if you're in China, before you go out to any canteen or restaurant, make sure you write down what you don't eat. Okay, some of my brothers and sisters don't eat pork. You know, so you need to write down some of the things that you don't eat. You need to explain it you need to give it to you need to explain, be ready to explain that, oh, I don't like pork. So stuff like that, you know. Look at the kids, guys, look at the kids. Training them, you know. Training the kids. Oh, see, very nice. They're training the kids on their free time, you know. That's what the kids do when they are in the free time. They're training them. They have a personal trainer. He's over there, right there. He's just standing there, watching them. You know what I'm saying? Some people will eat KK and eat some things and sleep. Like us. We eat some things and sleep. And we won't go to the gym. We won't go and train. Can you imagine? I saw the kids and I'm like, oh my God, look at what they're doing. Oh, so inspiring. Like, I need to go to the gym myself. Oh, but yeah, guys. So, speaking about the food aspect, okay? So, if you don't like something, you should write it down. Especially if you don't know the language, okay? Like I said earlier, if you don't know the language, like me, sometimes, for me, I eat a lot of things. I eat almost everything. Okay, not everything, but I eat even grass. I don't eat grass. I eat almost everything. Basically, it's grasses that we eat here. So, yeah. So, you know, make sure you write the things that you don't like down. Write it down, okay? And then you explain to the restaurant when you go there. Oh, I don't like pork. Please, can I have an alternative? Okay. Otherwise, if you say you're not going to eat in China, then you're going to die. And I've realized that rice is very okay. Like, it's not so expensive here. Rice is not so expensive. You can get like some good amount of rice. You know, I mean, rice is basically most people eat. I mean, basically rice is like a basic commodity. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So make sure that you write down what you don't like and you explain it to the restaurant that, oh, okay, I don't like this type of food, and can you please get me an alternative and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So guys, I wish I knew this earlier when I was coming to China, that there are some foods that are very dangerous. Can you imagine in the next video, okay? In the next video, I'm going to show you a video where I was having like my friends made me try out like some pork brain. I was like, they said this is pork brain. I'm like, what the hell? Bro, I tried that for the first time. I'm like, no, I'm not going back to that. Pork brain. I was trying pork brain, bro. Can you imagine? Bro, I just took the pork brain and I'm like, no. So yeah, watch out my video, the next video, maybe the next video. Yeah, I'll be showing you that video. You'll see me with some Chinese guys, having some, so yeah, I tried the pork brain. What's worse? That was the worst thing ever. That was the worst thing I've tried ever. Pork brain. Oh no, but they love it. It's delicious for them. But me? No. No, I'm not eating pork brain. Nah, not gonna do that anymore, man. I just tried it for the first time and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, if you like pork brain, go for it. But me, no more. I'm not going for that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. So, the next thing I wish I knew was the transportation system in China. Okay? So, China has an extensive and efficient transportation network. I'm not gonna lie. China is, one of the best. Like, ever since I've been, ever since I've been in China, guys. Since I've been here, the things I have seen, oh my God! Especially with the transportation. Oh, transportation is superb, number one, guys. I mean, the transportation here is so good that everybody uses the transportation system here. Okay, so the thing is that because the transportation here is efficient and all that, it's sometimes overwhelming, especially if you are new. Okay, if you are new. In my first time, it was so overwhelming to me. Like, I was like, what is going on? There's plenty transports and you need bus. The buses are, giving numbers. There's 6-4, there's 5-2, there's D, there's so and so and so and so on and so on. You get what I mean? So I was overwhelmed by the transportation system. But as time goes on, I realized that, it's cool, okay? Yes. In the big cities, normally transportation is normally what they use because the city is so big, and the subway is the fastest so far and it's the most convenient. It's cheaper. Okay, the subway is cheaper. Okay, and sometimes because the subway is cheaper, it's overcrowded. Like everybody wants to use the subway. Sometimes you can be in the subway and you not even get a seat. You have to be standing and be holding those kind of things in the subway for like about 30 minutes and all that. So yeah, sometimes overcrowded. So you have to know like the hours that people rush in. Then you go before that, okay? Because if you don't hurry up, it's gonna be overcrowded, and sometimes you don't even get a place, and you have to wait and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So also you have to also know. I wish I knew how to use the transportation. Like for example, the Uber in our country's Uber. In China they call them Didi and ride sharing apps. Okay. The Uber in China is called Didi, okay? So I don't know, yeah, it's called Didi in China, okay? So that's like the Uber way of, if you want to go somewhere, you order a ride, you're ordering a ride, it's Didi, you get what I mean? Yeah. Also, I wish I understood the train system when I came earlier, okay? Now I understand, now I'm cool, now, you know what I'm saying? Now I can go somewhere, I can go somewhere. With the help of a map, now I can go to places, you get what I mean? But the maps sometimes I use are written in Chinese, and this boils down to you understanding Chinese language. So everything circles up to Chinese language. Before you come here, learn something about Chinese. The language will take you a long way, you get what I mean? Yes, because sometimes you don't know where you're going, you want to ask for help. Oh, ni hao, please, I'm going here. Like, you have to know how to say all those kind of things in Chinese. Up to now, I don't even know how to say it. I'm gonna learn it. Don't worry. We are all gonna learn it. Yeah. So the transportation system is so cool over here. It's the best. If you want to travel, even if you want to travel within China, okay, there are trains. Okay, we have the speed train. The speed train is it's very fast. Okay, so if you don't want to use the plane, you use the speed train. And before you even before you take the speed train, you have to book a ticket way before, because during the holidays there's not going to be tickets. I wish I knew this earlier. Okay, So you need to book ticket in advance. Maybe 2 weeks will be cool. 2 weeks or more, okay? Maybe a month or more if you know where you are going, okay? If you know where you're going, you need to book a ticket in advance. You know the future. You get what I mean? Yes. So the transportation system here is so crazy. It's very, very good, and I like it. Yeah, I'm rating it at least. It's an 8 out of 10. You get what I mean? The transportation here is an 8 out of 10. You get what I mean? Yeah, because it's good. We don't have such transportation in our country. I mean, let's be realistic, okay? I wish my country could employ such advancism. But what kind of English am I saying? My English. Sorry. Sorry for those who don't understand English. I wish my country can also employ such advancism. Oh, I don't even know where I got that word from. Yeah, so transportation system is top notch. Subways, trains, all that, Chongo. Guys, alright guys, so all in all, it's good that you understand everything. I mean, you should have some basic knowledge of wherever you're going, okay, before you do anything, okay? So I had some basic knowledge about China, but these are some of the things I wish I knew earlier before coming here. I mean, there are other things I wish I knew earlier, okay? Maybe I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, okay? This is part 1. I'm going to do part 2, but these are the, first major things I wish I knew before coming, all right? Guys, you're my family, so don't forget to share the video, okay? To anyone who is trying to come to China and all that, all right? All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.